Hello folks, welcome back to the Library Reader. So I don't have the book on me right now because I had to return it, but I am going to be doing a review of let me get the Impossible Monsters, Dinosaurs, Darwin, and the Battle Between Science and Religion. And okay, so I had checked this book out from the library as an ebook because I wanted to read a book that this one guy happened to like, and I just wanted to see if I was going to like it. There's like 26 chapters in the book, which should make it a pretty easy read for a lot of people, but there's a lot of information in these chapters. They talk about different types of people that had lived like over 100 years, like over 200 years ago. They talk about, how the church responded to these skeletons that were popping up. And it also shows that there starts to be a kind of decline in people's viewpoint about the church and everything. And I really thought it was interesting that we have people that are willing to believe that the earth might be a lot older than the church claims it is. And so as you're reading this book, and they have a lot of photos, they have a lot of pictures of skeletons and cartoons that came out in the London papers at the time. And it was a battle between the emerging discipline, the continuing sophistication I know that's probably not the word, of science and religion, which had absolute sway and control over people for over 1,000 years. And it's amazing when you sit down and you're reading this book, even if it's an ebook, you're sitting down there and you're reading it and you're like, wow, this looks so interesting. Because if you're really into the early 1800s in England during the pre-Victorian period, you're really going to enjoy this book a lot, because it really shows you how the church responded to this and how science pushed forward. And then you had Darwin that appears later on in the book, and about his belief that we evolved from primate-like people, things like that. So it's a fascinating insight to this period, and I loved the illustrations. The illustrations were amazing. But anyways, I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. It is a really great book and definitely worth the time and effort to actually sit down and read it. Now, I've got to warn you, a lot of the stuff in it will go over your head, but if you're passionate about that particular time period, you'll like the book. Alright, that is my video, and I will see you guys around. Bye.